Hello, everybody. Hope everybody here in this country had a good Thanksgiving Day. This November 24th, day after Thanksgiving here. In this country is called Black Friday, busiest shopping day for Christmas of the year. Hope everybody's well in the other parts of the world. Just again, a couple old messages, then something I want to reiterate on about getting into heaven. Number 127, I'm sorry. Again, from late 2009, I believe, 2010. Angelic discord building through time, massing along a universal line. Much exists concordant with you, hidden outside your human view. Veils of space and time drawn around, keeping most of the sight and sound, from those blinded to all that exists, holding to thought that always persists. Spoke long ago, the words went unheeded, that told you of all that was needed. Words that rang true for all to hear, no simpler ones evoked mournful tear. Speak to them and few will embrace the light that shines on their hopeful face, clouded eyes unable to see what is plain to you and me. Much you have yet to learn, it is known of how much you yearn, to know all there is for his children to know, from what lies behind the celestial glow. Where dwells the mysteries sought by so many, through time they've been unable to come up with any, proof of all that there is in his light, for all to believe in with earthly sight, failing to realize that what's needed from before, is the same now, will be forevermore. Now this is to me from an angelic messenger of some sort, or my Vatio, my soul twin, I'm not sure, because I didn't know of anybody around me at that time. So I believe it to be from angelic messenger. Speaks of angelic discord building through time, through all man's history. The angels have been amassing along a universal line. Now it's really kicked in. It's a non-stop flow. Again, the number of heavenly hosts is equal in number to that of evil. Much exists concordant with you. Much exists with us at the same time, in place. All the space and time that we exist in is also occupied by those we don't see, that which we do not see, because it's split. We don't have the ability to see it. The veil that hides it, hidden outside your human view. Veil, again, space and time. You can't think in human physical world terms. They don't exist with God. So in the spiritual realm, it's not the same. Veils of space and time drawn around, keeping most of the sight and sound from those blinded to all that exists. Deaf, dumb, and blind, which is a lot of people in this world, holding the thought that always persists. They're hanging on to their wrong thoughts, to their closed-mindedness, whom I call flat earthers. That mentality is, hey, this is what we see, that's all that exists. Everything else is, no, wrong, false. Yet they'll believe other things that mankind tells them, like the size of space, or that we've been to the moon, or whatever, which we truly don't know. Unless we were actually there, we really don't know. Yet we believe what we're told. I'm not saying we didn't go to the moon. I believe it, absolutely. But we're so quick to believe what we don't physically or actually feel or see or touch ourselves that mankind tells us. But we're so slow or refuse to believe what God's trying to tell us. That's backwards. That's what the devil wants. From those blinded to all exists, holding the thought that always persists. Spoke long ago, the words went unheeded, and they still do, that told you of all that was needed. Words that rang true for all to hear. No simpler ones evoked a mournful tear. Speak to them, I was talking to me, speak to them and few will embrace the light that shines on their hopeful face. Few will embrace what's being bestowed upon them, heavenly light, the graces of God. They won't embrace it. Clouded eyes unable to see what is plain to you and me, to him, to me, and the speaker. Much you have yet to learn, speaking to me and everybody. It is known how much you yearn, how much I yearn to know all there is for his children to know from what lies behind the celestial glow. And that should be for everybody. We're here to learn and grow in his light and about him and what we're here for and what he's about. That's why we're here. And all there is for his children to know from what lies behind the celestial glow, where dwells the mystery sought by so many, through time they've been unable to come up with any proof of all there is in his light, for all to believe in with earthly sight. Again, nobody come up with proof because it's not something we're going to see with our physical eyes. That's what faith is about. Failing to realize that what's needed from before is the same now and will be forevermore. Faith. Then we've got a prayer to Mary. Then prayer that was like my soul speaking to Mary. Then this one, number 130, is my soul speaking. A soul, part of my soul that remembers, either part of my soul that remembers another life, speaking time of another life, or it's somebody speaking from another life, from another period, speaking to me and sharing this with me, which I believe is how I took it the first time. Having known what I know now of myself, may have been part of my soul remembering something. I don't know. That I'm not sure of. I was there when so many fell. And it's obviously a time of a battle or a war. I was there when so many fell. All those days that seemed like hell. Chaos met us at every turn. Flames engulfing, so many did burn. Can't surmise what caused such hate. Time stood still, suffering no abate. Bluest sky lifted me aloft. Again, just like those who speak to me from disasters or mass killings who mention the same thing. Suddenly there's a light and being lifted up. Bluest sky lifted me aloft, upon the ground oh so soft. Can't seem to recall more than this. Lost all sense of eternal bliss. Numbed by all this earthly demise. So I think it's my soul speaking of a memory, and I'm in this physical form again. Because it says I've lost all sense of eternal bliss. Which, again, if you read some people who've suffered near death, or not suffered, but had near-death experiences, or they went to heaven, started to go to heaven, or glimpsed into heaven, and then they sent back, and they immediately lost that eternal joy, bliss, in some of what they saw. I mean, they were allowed to remember only what they were supposed to remember to share. So here, lost all sense of eternal bliss. I've returned. Numbed by all this earthly demise. I seek to recover myself so wise. I want to relearn. Friends did perish by my side. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. A cataclysm of despair swallowed us whole, clawing our way out of nightmarish bowl. So, some sort of crater or something points more to a more modern era. The last 100, 200 years. Not sure. Why I survived? Why sent back? Why did we need to go attack? No sense to any of the madness that's ensued. Wasted lives lost to senseless aptitude. There's so many ways lives lost to senseless aptitude would be those in command who thought themselves wiser, but were not. Here again, I dwell, empty existence. That's how I was feeling before I started, early on when I started receiving all these messages. Waiting the time of his insistence, of his need for me. No rhyme, no reason to the days, sifting my way through endless maze. Just going about, working and existing. Purpose I know lies in the road ahead. That's what I kept going. Save as many as I can from the dead, which is part of my purpose. Living souls seem so lost and empty, full of greed, corruption, vanity. Very true. See no reason, no worth to man, but yet all is part of holy plan. Mine is but to do his will, which his servants all know, sometimes is the bitterest pill. It's not always easy, but trust in him. Trust his wisdom, all shall pass, as he foretold me in ethereal gas, early on in my soul's existence. Light shall shine upon the dark, and soon I'll know why the mark on my heart. All his servants have the mark of Jesus on his heart. So, that was an interesting one. And then the next time I'll read, this next one is about, clearly I'll read it to you and you'll know it's from, sounds like from early Christians, from Ashes of Rome. Very interesting. That one, I wanted to talk briefly, I was led to speak again about what's needed to get into heaven. So many, with this posting I did, a hidden message in the Bible today, talking about Church of Ephesus, referring to the Church of Ephesus back then and all churches today, how the lack of sincerity amongst those in the church and those attending the church. And Ephesus was one of the 7 churches mentioned in Revelation. That they've been led astray, or they've gone astray, or become too lax or complacent. It's a good word to use. And a reminder that just saying you believe or just going to church is not going to get you into heaven. Because I tell you true, if you do not believe with every ounce of your being, all your strength, spiritually, physically, emotionally, intellectually, soul level, in Him, in His love for us unconditionally, you will not get into heaven. Period. If you do not let go of your past, everything past that's not compatible with God, be it internal, external, your burdens, anything of a negative nature, not compatible with God, His light, His positive energy. Do not let it go of that past, done and over and done with. You will be that pillar of stone like Lot's wife, and you will not enter into His kingdom of heaven. Will not happen. Tell you true. If you cannot let go of the things of this world, your possessions, you cannot say to yourself right now, as He told us, the rich man, go home, sell all you own, and give it to the poor. Follow me. If you cannot do that right now, or cannot at least begin to do that right now, you will not get into heaven. I tell you true. If you cannot forgive, or at least be able to begin to forgive and to let go of those things you hold towards others, and you forgive yourself as well, as He has already forgiven you everything, you will not get into heaven. Period. I tell you true. Believe me and not believe me doesn't change the validity and the truth of it. He gives me the truth, and I share only His truth that He gives me to share. He directs me to share. You have to satisfy those 4 criteria. You will not get in. You're fooling yourself. You're deceived by the great deceiver. Those things are necessary. Can you ask for His help? It's what He wants. He wants to help you to do that, to attain that, to reach that, to get on the right track. Because you don't know. It's a thief in the night. The end of times, thief in the night, and the end of your life. And here, thief in the night. You do not know. Just because you're in great health, or just because you got all this stuff, or you're successful, or just because you're young, doesn't mean a thing. He knows when your time is up, not you. So you have to live and act as if your time is at an end or very near an end. And begin to do these things. Begin to work on these things. Help me, Jesus, to forgive myself and all others as you forgave us completely. 70 times 7 as you taught us. You have to be completely clear of all that when you leave? No, but be able to let it go. Your possessions, don't be focused on them. Your cars, your homes, your stuff. Everything in your life, let it go. Sell it, give it to the poor, start to do it. At least be in the process, head in the right direction. Forgive, again, to Let the past go. Everything in the past, anything of a negative nature. People, places, things, internal, external. Let it go. Get rid of them. Ask His help. Help me, Jesus, to let this stuff go. Those internal walls of Jericho you have built inside yourself. Help me, Jesus, to dismantle them, to crumble them, to open up my doors and be free and step out. And then believe. Help me to grow in faith. Believe. Absolute certainty. And focus on Him. At least be in that process. So when you use your time, whenever it is, again, it's like holding that big bag of luggage and burdens. When they go to take it from you, you're able to let it go. If you cling to it, refuse to let it go, you will not cross over. Then you're going to go to judgment. In judgment, you'll have time to think about it, but eventually you have to let it go. And He'll ask you one your last time. That's your absolute last time. You have to make the right choice. Which way you want to go? Okay, I want to go to heaven. Great, you're welcome. Now, first, you need to do this and this and this and this. If your answer is no, then you chose to go the other way. And you do not want to go that way. Trust me. So, hope that was all helpful to everybody. And I don't want it to sound like I'm beating a dead horse in the mouth, but it's very, very important for you to believe this. For you to change from how you are to living life of a saint or of an angel, just like that. Yeah, it can be done with His help. But in all likelihood, it's a process. And how long that process takes depends on you more than anything. Him first. Adopt the mantra or the saying for yourself. Just keep saying, I want what He wants. I want what He wants. I want what you want, God. I want what you want. Not about me. It's about Him. What He wants. Just keep saying that to you all the time. And you'll slowly start transforming your mind, which is what He wants. He said, let me transform the way you think. That's the beginning. And the rest starts to click into place. It does get easier. But you got to decide. You got to make that choice now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Get on the lifeboats now. Don't wait till everybody's hustling around at the last minute, trying to scramble to get on the lifeboat. And they run out of space. You say, oh, guess what? And I don't mean to sound negative, because it's really not negative. This is all very positive stuff. Anything about God, everything about God is positive. You should want your number one goal to be to fulfill His will for you here in this world, the time is left, and return back to Him. That should be your number one goal. It should be really your only goal. And then to help others to attain that. But if they fight you, then you just gotta let them go. Just gotta let them go. If they want to drown, or they want to try to take you down under the water too, you just gotta let them go, no matter who they are. So keep that in mind, and hopefully this all helps you some way, and it's a positive impact on you. To maintain that positive attitude. And remember, God, Jesus loves you unconditionally. He wants you to succeed in those four things. He wants you to return home. He wants that so bad for you. But you have to want it too. And you have to do what's needed to attain it. So, till next time, peace of Christ. God bless.